Good morning. How to build your grocery supply on budget? Well, you can grow some of them yourself. So let's talk about how you can grow some vegetables yourself to avoid food shortage in your house. If you live in a house or you own a house, you have yard, I think it's a good idea to think about growing some of your own vegetables so that when you have a bounty harvest, you can stock up on some vegetables without spending money on those vegetables. So that saves you money, and you can use that money to purchase other vegetables that you don't grow yourself. So this spring, since we are already in spring, or spring is around the corner, you might want to think about growing some of your own vegetables if it is a possibility. So that will help you eat healthy, eat organic food at a low cost. So if you are on low budget and you are thinking about building your grocery supply on budget, especially to have about 3 months worth of food supply, think about what you can grow yourself so that you don't spend money buying them in the store. And if you have enough yard, you can plant some fruit trees. You like fruits, you might think about planting some fruit trees, and that's the right time to start ordering some fruit trees. I will tell you what we have in our yard, but before we get to that, we talk about growing some vegetables to grow some fruit trees. You can even plant some perennial vegetables. Those perennial vegetables are the vegetables that will come year after year. You plant them once and they will come back year after year. A lot of the time you'll find the one that will replace lettuce for you or replace spinach for you in your cooking. So having a vegetables that will help decrease how much you spend on lettuce and spinach, I think that's a good thing. And you can plant some herbs. Many herbs are perennial depending on where you live. So beside that, you might want to get to know wild plants in your area, like weeds on your property that are edible. That way you make good use of those weeds, which can save you money as well. So there are weeds like lamb squatter, dandelion, creeping Charlie that are edible, and I like to add them to my salad. When I'm making salad, I'll add them to it. You can cook them like spinach as well. So instead of trying to get rid of them, you might just eat them and save money. To try to buy the annual version of them, you can just eat your weed. So let's talk about, and before we come back to the fruit trees, what else can you plant this year? Your medicinal plants, mint, lemon balm, peppermint. You can plant those herbs that you can use to make tea. Elderberry, those are good for cold, flu, cough, sore throat, and having those natural herbs at home. You can make tea when your chest feels congested, or you have cold, or you have flu. It will help your body fight whatever problem it is and recover quicker. So those are the good things to have around your property or on your property. And as fruit trees, I have a lot of fruit trees on our property. We have about 10,000 square footage, and the house is about 1,000 square footage. So we have quite a bit of yard around the property, around the house. And you planted, my husband and I, we planted many fruit trees, and I'm going to give you a list of that. We have apple, pear, plum, goumi, persimmon, and there are sometimes I didn't put here, autumn olive, peach, apricot, I think I said persimmon already, right? Sweet cherry, sour cherry, elderberries. I believe for elderberries I have 4 different varieties. I have 2 European elderberries and I have 2 Americans as well, because you need to pollinate. And then what I do is when I cut the tree down, I will just cut few branches to just put in the hole and propagate. We have raspberries, blackberries, currants, grapes, strawberries, and those are the ones that I remember I put down, but I'm sure that I forgot a few. But that's that. And apples, we have multiple varieties on the property. They are not producing yet. And I have front and back that I'm growing on. And pears, I believe we have 2 as well. Cherries, we have 2. Apricots, we have 2. Cherries, peaches, we have 2 trees as well. So fruit trees takes time to produce, but when they produce a lot. So if you eat a lot of fruit, it might be a good thing to start thinking about putting some fruit trees down on your own property, so that you can save on fruit and eat organic fruits for free year after year, you know. So, and for perennial vegetables, we have sorrel, sunchokes. Those are just the 2. And then I have many herbs. I have other ones that I forgot as well. But sorrel, I eat them raw and cooked. So I add them for my lettuce. Like, instead of lettuce, I will use sorrel. And instead of spinach, I will use sorrel. So I use that in my cooking and in salad. So winter, spring, summer, we eat a lot of salad made with sorrel and some other wild plant like creeping Charlie. Creeping Charlie probably in spring and probably in fall too, but not in summer, depend. And in fall it will be not in summer. In summer it will be lamb squatter and sorrel that I will use, because lamb squatter is a wild plant as well, but that grow in summer. And in spring it will be dandelion and sorrel. In fall it will be dandelion and sorrel, because you might have dandelion in fall as well. And then there is wild garlic that I use in spring as well and fall. Then I'll add it to it. So I add some wild plant to my perennials and I make salad with it. And I just don't grow lettuce. I have a lot of seeds to grow lettuce. I just don't grow them anymore. And I don't buy. Last year I didn't buy lettuce in the store at all. So you can save money on those things by growing them yourself and build your grocery supply on budget. You grow something yourself and you just don't buy. You use the money to buy something else. And onion, I have perennial onion, which is Egyptian onion, on my property, and I don't buy onion. I have chives and I don't buy onion. So those who, when they produce a lot, I just chop them, wash them, chop them, put them in freezer bag and put in the freezer, and that's what I use in freezer, you know, in the winter. So you can grow some of your own food. Just think about it. If that's something you're interested in, start it in spring and think about what you need to stock up on year around, so that you don't have to worry when everybody is worrying about stocking up at the same time because of an outbreak or unexpected events. You don't have to worry about running out of food and not making a straight decision. Thank you for watching. I'm Afiavi Ojune, Liberman, creators of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel and owners of Nina Soap, and our website is ninasoap.com.